It's Week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He had a great week last week. Well over 100 on the ground.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now a shot downfield on the opening play is complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Now back to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 137 yards, and a score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their role out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
7 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second down, another run with Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jacob Martin. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 3 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They go play action here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Campbell making the catch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Algier, touchdown Falcons. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now Wentz on third down. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now Wentz.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz to the right side, complete to Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball.
This offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, a 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. From 6 yards away.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Colts taking the field again, running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Wentz.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Wentz.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, throw left side complete. That's Smith.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, it's Wentz.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this 1st half.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurt yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready, set. Hey, full series. Red, yellow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Strike, white, field, black.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side. There's London. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Back to throw again. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to... Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the 3rd quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wentz going to throw. The toss here complete. And oh, he coughed it up. And some space here. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Colts have got it back to within a score.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Finding room at midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
They'll run for it with Algier. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now.
They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
From the 6. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the 41, Wentz. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter.
Ball at the 33, second and 9.
Now Wentz.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Wentz now on first down.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Working with a second and 4. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And he's on the heels of winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award. He had a pair of sacks in last week's game, Charles.
So much for adjusting, so much for game planning, right? You know that he had the 2 sacks last week. Aren't you able to block him? Sometimes the superior athlete just wins.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
76 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now Wentz on third down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Ritter's pass completes at Pitts.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Algier will try to pick it up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So with no timeouts and where the football is on the field, now they're in a really tough spot.
Because a field goal finishes it, right? If they give up 3, it's over, let alone trying to get the ball back. You're exactly right.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Coup for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. Exactly 1 minute remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Wentz's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Wentz. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the